Hey guys, what's up? Trail Chasers here today. Today we're kind of starting a new little series. Every Tuesday I bring up some products that came out, some products that I personally use, or just general things that I noticed happening within the bike community, kind of bring them to light and talk about it. It's not necessarily a talk show, but it's just sort of a product showcase. So the first things I want to go over are things that I actually have, and one of the things that's recently really impressed me, which is a pretty small object, is this. Now, it looks kind of weird, but give me a minute to explain. This is a BB92 press fit tool. The reason I got this was because it was very cheap. I paid $12 for this on eBay. There's a whole host of these online to fit any press fit size, and they work wonderfully. They're ultra simple. All you need is 2 crescent wrenches, or a wrench that'll fit one side and a crescent wrench for the other, or whatever. They work as you would think they would. You just screw these off, put this through your bottom bracket, screw them on at the same time, and it actually installs them just fine. It's a lot cheaper than the other options from like Abbey Tools or Park Tool, where it's like $90 for a press fit system. And most of the time people only need one type of press fit for their bottom brackets. So this is a great way if you don't need all of those tools. They do sell the whole toolkit, the whole range of cups, for $60, so it's still cheaper than that. And it works wonderful. I've really enjoyed mine. I used it the other day to install a new BB92 on my Common Sal, and it worked amazing to push in the new SRAM GXP bottom bracket. Not a headache at all. I knew it was done right, and it saved me a ton of money because my shop charges $50 to install a bottom bracket. This was $12. It takes me a little bit more time, but it does just the same job, so this is a winner for me. The next thing I want to go over is the 100% Acuri goggles. Acuri, I don't know how it's pronounced. These are the entry-level 100% goggles. They're about $32, and I have really enjoyed these goggles. Despite them being cheap, they really do feel like a premium goggle. There's a nice amount of mesh up top to help with ventilation. Same story on the bottom. It's got a nice soft foam with a liner on it that makes it very comfortable on the face. I don't find myself getting itchy. I put in some anti-fog from ADF, and I don't have issues with fogging on them. The lenses are pretty scratch resistant. I've had this orange set for about 6 months now. They've held up just fine. I haven't had any issues with them scratching or getting worn down. These are still going strong, but I also wanted some to match the Kona, so I just picked up these the other day. And like I said, for $30, it's a really premium goggle, and I think it's pretty hard to beat considering most other goggles on the market are very expensive. You can get other lenses for these. These just come with the clear ones. It's the cheap lens. I like clear. I'm not going to change it. You can get tinted ones though, but I don't see a use for them. The next product I want to go over is from Trucker Co. They sent me 3 sets of brake pads for the Avid codes that I have on my Kona. They sent me a super light alloy organic, which has an alloy backplate. They also sent me a organic semi-metallic. And last but not least, they also sent me their full sintered metallics with the steel backs on them. The sintered metallic pads are said to last longer, but they need a longer braking period and can also be prone to more noise. So we're going to be taking these up to the bike park this weekend, and I'm planning on doing runs on all sets of brake pads, getting them broken in, and just seeing how they feel. So that'll be really interesting, and I hope it makes a fun video for you guys. They also sent me a ton of their tire sealant. I've been using it on the Common Sal and the Kona for a while. The Kona actually just got converted to tubeless, and it's been working wonderful. To test it, I'll show a little video when I do a review on their Trucker Co sealant. I took a little board and put a nail through it and rolled over it. It's not smart, and I don't recommend you do it, but their stuff sealed it up just fine, so I'm very happy with their stuff. Huge shout out to those guys. They also sent me some tubeless valves and some shifter cables. They've all worked wonderfully, and I have nothing but good things to say about them so far. I've been using Trucker Co for a while, and I know that they're a great company as far as value is concerned, and their products are also really good too. So if you're in the market for cheaper brake pads and maybe your brakes are a little bit older, I'm sure you can probably find models of brake pads on Trucker Co that will fit your exact brakes. They make a lot of brake pads ranging from the 2008 codes, 2011 codes. They have some of the older Hope models on there. All sorts of brakes, they got you covered. Lower end TRP, Hayas, and so on and so forth. The next product I want to bring to light is the Bell Super Downhill. It is a full ASTM 1952 downhill certified. It's got a new MIP system in it. It has the removable chin bar just like the Super 3Rs. It comes in all the sizes you need. It's got a lot of colors. It's a little bit heavy at 850 grams, and it's pretty expensive at $300. But it's pretty cool to finally see Bell hop on board with their new ASTM downhill certified helmets that are convertible. I know they've had convertible helmets before, but they weren't downhill certified. So I think this is kind of catching up to the Gyro Switchblade and the others out there that offer their own helmets. And the last thing for this week that I want to talk about is the brand new 2018 Devinci Spartan. It got rid of its old linkage and moved over to the same split pivot linkage as the Troy. So in my eyes, it's a bigger Troy. They've lengthened it, done all the modern stuff to it, and it's looking to be a really good bike. It's supposed to be lighter and stiffer. I'd like to try this one, so we'll have to see if I can get a test ride on one soon. That'd be really cool. If not, I'll probably buy one in a year or so because I really wanted the new Spartan when it came out. The only thing I'm not so keen on is the fact that it has really short chainstays on the large and the XL models. It shares the same chainstay length as a small and medium, which I don't really think is right. I think you should have your chainstay sized to how big the rider is. When you make a chainstay super short on an XL bike, it can kind of make the rear end feel like it's underneath you, and you lose a little bit of straight line stability at speed. So I think that maybe on the XL size would be a hindrance to have a chainstay that short, but I think if I sprung for a large, the bike would probably fit me really well, and I think I'd get along with it really well. Now they've increased the anti-squat so it'll pedal better. The new bike also fits a water bottle, which the old Spartan doesn't. It's the same travel bracket, but it has also moved over to a metric shock, boost spacing, so it's gotten all the modern updates, and it's pretty cool. So I'm hoping that it does good. I'd like to give a ride on it soon and give it a try. But for now, we just have the first ride impressions of Pinkbike, Vital, and others to go off of. Anyways, this has been Trail Chasers. If you guys could please like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation to make videos for you guys that watch my videos. Anyways, this has been Trail Chasers. I'll catch you guys out on the trails. Bye-bye.